This is Noel, Missouri. I wasn't supposed to be ready till tomorrow, as I said in the last video, and it was actually loaded early. So came in. It's a little twisty, but it's a pretty nice route. Not quite right for semis, but we're okay. Freaking bumps, man. Told you, not them drive lines out, them axles and don't want to go into gear. I got no weight on, so I don't mind going out this way. I came in, I had to climb a hill, I had to turn right off of a T-junction, and then turn left, sorry, and climb the hill, and then drop down the other side. In a minute you'll see the cliff line along the side here, like the wall face. Well, it's 1311 coming in, because it's not, it's a little rough. It's not, it's low hanging. And they don't exactly drive slow along here, semis included, as you can tell by all the skid marks, because right here, this corner, today's not so bad, but that's sticking out. Yeah, you can't get too close to it though. It's awesome though. Tyson to catch me up. I think he's coming this way. Really? I got a water droplet? Where did you? Oh, I know it come from the rocks. So like I said, today's probably not a bad day. You can go out another way. I noticed that there's another way you can go out. You know, I was looking on the maps and that, but I wanted to go out the way I came in so you can see what it is. Here he comes. Water droplet on the camera, I can see it now. It'll go away in a minute. Yeah, here he comes. I knew he'd catch me up, because I ain't going to drive as fast as he is, because you can't. The road's not exactly designed to fly along it, like, you know. Record up to Carthage. There isn't going to be a lot to see, but I might just do up to Carthage. I'm not even sure how far I'm going to go. I might not go all the way. Like that, see, that's what I'm talking about, see? See, now, if that old boy's going to come flying around that corner, now there should be signs. There should be signs way back there, brother. I'm telling you. That's a little ridiculous. your chalets. Yeah, here he comes. Not sure what this old boy's up to. He might have here he comes, he's flying. And this old boy's just sightseeing. He's a local anyway, you can tell he lives around here. Here he comes. I know I keep saying it because I know he's coming. I like dreading it because I know he's going to get right on the back of my trailer. He hasn't got never mind, I'm not even going to go there. I shouldn't do that, just stop. But he doesn't have it. If you'd have saw what he did back at the Dyson plant, you'd understand what I mean by that. They don't have no sense anymore. It's such a shame. They can't think outside the box, you know. Here he is. I told you. Here he is on the back of my trailer right now. Yep. Frickin' Muppets. I should have waited until he left. I didn't realise he was leaving. He could have got in front of me. I wouldn't have to deal with him then. The problem is today in this industry is you can't make them understand that you already know the road in and out because you're a Tyson driver, and I'm sure you've been here many times before. And if you see one leaving, there's no point in chasing him, you know what I mean? It's like, just chill out a little bit and wait, you know? But don't chase him down the road. Go anywhere anyway, even if I wanted to, and it's too narrow through here. When I came down it was too narrow to chase, I mean, like to fly down a hill. Now I gotta say something, for the majority of Missouri people, just like Kentucky, the majority of Missouri people are super friendly. They're so nice. And of course, because I'm a bit of an immigrant anyway, you know what I mean, a bit of an alien, and that always makes it a curiosity for a conversation. But they're always super nice. Every single one of them down there was like, just out of their way to be nice, you know. Whereas Iowa, I love Iowa, but I will say that they have some really obnoxious people up there. But there's reasons why I won't go into it, because if I do, I'm just called a tosser for it. But you know, it's part of that millennial as well. But Iowa, they're not as friendly. Some of them are, you know, like about 70% are, but that 30% you normally meet, and I don't know what it is, you know, why they're like that. But Missouri and Kentucky, it's very rare you meet somebody that's a bit of a cock, you know. Now Kansas is sort of the opposite direction, you know what I mean? They're okay, but it's like 50-50 in Kansas, and I like Kansas, but it's sort of 50-50 again. I got no weight on. I only like 54,000 or 54 or 58,000 in the box. But you see what I mean? Like you can't go running down this road super duper fast. Like them coming up the hill, you know. I don't want to put my trailer down in that hole if I can help it. This is the way I came in. So he's still chasing me. You can see him in the mirror. You can't, I told you, you can't explain it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's so silly. So I came out of that junction right there, and I had to get across, and they're coming down that hill, and How on earth they didn't hit my trailer, I don't know, because they haven't got sense to slow down coming down the hill, you know. It's like this ain't wide enough and I can't see over the brow. And this bridge ain't wide enough either, and you can only do 15 mile an hour across it. Weak. You can tell it's weak. You see the structures are all broken, look. That's the hardest part of it, really. You've got a bit of a quarry over there to the left, I believe. See, you got another one coming towards us, see what I mean? And it's not really wide. You can't go flying up along here. And I wouldn't want to go flying because the edge of the road ain't that great. I don't mind if he goes fast because I'll slow down for him. Horses and cattle in the same field. So I'm going there eventually. Finds its own gear. There's no happy medium because you don't want to go too slow, but you don't want to go too fast either, like, you know. He actually, I think he figured it out, decided to back out of it and not chase me. He might be heavier than me as well though, but I doubt it though because he came up that hill pretty well. So of course you can't see anything, you know, so you're like, can't tell who's going to come around that corner. So it's like you're trying to keep it moving, but you don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to go too slow either. It's not a hard route out. I'm just trying to, you know, explain to you that it's not really a road you want to go flying along. Like, here he comes. You'll never catch me now. You won't catch my beast. Flat out leaving behind. scale. And I was in the left lane, and it's raining, and it was really raining hard. And I went to go back over to the right, and she's got no headlights on, and I only saw it the last minute because you don't always see them, you know. And she's there, and as I moved over, then she switched back over to the left lane, and she come around me. I pointed at her to, like, you know, turn your headlights on because it's hard to see. Nah, she gave me the finger. So then there was a truck coming out, so I went to move over, and as I moved over, she thought she'd brake check me and give me the finger again. Yeah, I love the human race and their what the hell are we doing? And their ways at times. I'll tell you, it's like, I won't try to be a dick to your love, but I can't see you in the rain. And in the state of Missouri, if you have your wipers on and it's raining, you have to have your headlights on. It's a state law. Nah, she ain't got a freaking clue. You can't tell them. And anyway, so she raced down the road. I chased her. I was naughty. I chased her deliberately because she irritated me, and I shouldn't do that, and I got to stop doing it. But I chased her. I didn't keep up with her, but I chased her. She knew I was chasing her. And she got off at the next exit anyway, and I'm like, so you did all that to in a hurry to go absolutely freaking nowhere. In the rain as well. Anyway, that's my bitch over. Politics, it's not fair, I'll leave it alone. Yeah. And no, it's nothing to do with the President of the United States of America, because I've got nothing to say about that, and I don't think there's anything to say about that. And geezer back there, he was in the Navy for many years. That's so funny, I love him. The other boy was in the Air Force, and this old boy was in the Navy. So the security guard at the drop lot, which you didn't get to see, but the security guard at the drop lot, he was in the Air Force, and the one that checked me out, he was in the Navy. And they're so funny. But the one from the Navy, he says, "Where are you from in Australia?" I said, "I ain't. I'm from England." He goes, "You sound like an Australian." I said, "I know I do. It's all right. I'll let you have it this once." Go on, son, you can do it. Go on, son, get that Chevrolet warmed up. Go on, you can do it with your Duramax. Whatever it is. Go on, son. Go on, son, you can do it. Yep, it is a Duramax. I think it might be a lady driving, I'm not sure. I like them though, they're nice wagons. Big old pipe on the back of it though. They're Native American by their tag. I know, get off the freaking line. I'm all over the road, aren't I? I'm always all over the road. It's Mark. Mark complains about everybody else, but he's probably one of the worst people to keep it in a straight line. I blame it on my truck, because that's what you do. But if I blame it on my truck, she'll break down. So no, I don't blame it on the truck. I should blame it on myself. That's right. A poor workman blames his tools, so I'm not going to blame her, because it ain't her fault. That's right. Not her fault. No. It's all my fault. Early in the morning. really hard because I'd like to go home and spend the day at the house, see the girls and the puppies. It's nice to get away from the truck, but it can also be a bit of a hindrance. So in respects of like going back to work again, it's a pain in the butt because you're like, oh, I don't really want to go back to work. Oh, I'll stay the night, and then you have to get up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'll see how I feel, and I might meet up with the girls, or I might just carry on up to see the falls and just park up there tomorrow, and then be ready for the morning. Like, I'll see how I feel. See, the problem is this morning when I woke up, I was in two minds about leaving out of St. Joseph, and I was like, well, and sometimes you can overanalyze it, and that's the worst thing you can do. And I sat there and I'm like, well, I can sit here, and if I sit here I can leave at 11 o'clock Saturday night. Ooh, that tire out well good. So I can leave out Saturday night. Do I want to do that? Get down there and it's not loading till 7 o'clock. I've never been here before. I don't know if it's a live load. Sometimes they do, sometimes they want your trailer, sometimes they're low on trailers. It's hard to say. So I was like, do I leave at 11 o'clock at night, run down there, and then find out my trailer's not ready or I'm going to live load it? Then that messes me up for getting back up north to see the falls for Monday morning 6:30. Tuesday I didn't do anything the whole day. I sat for nothing, so there's no hours coming back, so I lose hours coming back, and I didn't want to sort of recap my hours because I lose it and that messes next week up. Saying that, it doesn't always, but it's still nice to have that 70 in your back pocket, then you don't have to wait till midnight for hours to come back. So I sat there and I overanalyzed it. I'm like, no, I better run, I better get going, I'll make my way down, I'll park up Sunday morning when the load's ready, whatever, I can leave. So I gets down there and I gets in, and then Chase called me. He's like, hey Mark, and he's like, hey Mark, I got a load. Never mind, he goes, you started your clock. And I'm like, yeah, I have. And he goes, never mind, I had somebody that doesn't have the hours or something. No, broke down, my apologies, he broke down. And he can't do the load out of Monet, and it was like 644 miles loaded. And he said, I was hoping that, but you've already started your clock. And I'm like, well, yeah, plus I've got to get to Monet. And Monet's going to be like an hour and a half back up the road, because basically the way we're going now, they're north on 44. We've been at Monet, we know where Monet is. And I'm like, I can't really do that, you know. And he's like, no, never mind, because you've already started your clock. And I said, well, you know, is there anything? No, he says, because it delivers tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock. I'm like, well, I can never do it anyway. Like, no chance. He goes, no, they'll have to reschedule the load. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm sorry I can't help you out. He goes, no, don't worry about it. It was just a thought. And I said, well, I was in two minds about leaving St. Joe, and I told him my story real quick, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, well, your load's just become available, like, they've just got it loaded about 3 minutes ago. He said, so you timed that about spot on. I'm like, oh, okay. See, I could have gone to the Loves. They've been parking there. Yeah, there's a few spots. Actually, there's not. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm on the line, sorry. I love Missouri in the fog light. It's great in the snow. Freight line is still working. No doubt they are. Wow. Really? They weren't this late on a Saturday? That's interesting. I don't know what that building's going to be, but it looks cool. done everything else. So anyway, yeah, and then I was going to leave the drop lot, picked up the trailer, because they drop it there, then you got to go back over to the plant and get your paperwork and scale out. And so like I'm at the drop lot, and these two ladies pulled in a car, and they asked one gentleman, he was prime driver, poor lad, he's new, yeah, I felt sorry for him. He's like, I haven't got a clue. You can see him saying, I don't have a clue, sorry, I just went shopping. And he walked back to his truck, and then they stopped me, and they're like, hey, can you tell me how to get to the casino up in the ocean? I think it's in the ocean. Give me a second. I'll let you know in a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh, terrible, aren't I? Indigo Sky Casino in Windot, Oklahoma. We've been past it many times. And off of Highway 60, they're like, do you know how to get to it? And I'm like, well, yeah, hold on a minute. So I said, look, let me bring it up on Google Maps, and then it gives you a better idea of what you're doing. And I could have sent them the way that I came out on video, put them on 49, they could have run 49 up to 60, and then they could have run 60 across. But the best way for them in a car, which I don't believe I can run it, I'd have to have a look on the map for definite, is Highway 43. So they basically, with a drop lot, I turned right back to the yard, they would have turned left the way they came in, over the bridge, they push them back on a Highway 59 and 90, they run 90 up, and then probably about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 miles up the road, then they pick up Highway 43 to the right. They just got to look for signs for Highway 43 and run that north. And 43 will run them straight north up to 60, and then they turn left, and that literally puts them onto Indigo Sky Casino. And they were they were so grateful. They were like, thanks. And they're like, where are you from? I said, I'm from England. They said, welcome to the United States of America. It was so lovely. And then they went on their way, like, but when they asked me, like, she's like, do I stay on this road? And the other lady, she was so awesome, she goes, no, we go back over the bridge to the road that we just turned right off of. And I said, hang on a minute, let's make sure. I believe you're right, but we'll just make sure so you don't get lost. And so we spread it out, like, and I go, yeah, the lady's absolutely right. You go over the bridge, back, turn right on the road you was on, and just carry on, pick up 43, run it north, and then pick up 60 and run that back west. And that'll put you into Indigo Sky Casino. She's like, see, I told ya. Oh, so awesome. So they went on their way, and then I went over, and then I had a conversation with the cat, because okay, so like when you pull into the Tyson plant, it's a mess, because you go in and you got to pull on the bridge to scale out, and you got to turn yourself around and come back, park up, then he has to come out, confirm the paperwork, put the new seal on, and let you go. So of course I tries to pull in, there's already 2 trucks trying to come off the bridge, and there's a truck on the other side, and there's a Tyson trying to come in. So I move out of the way, and then I wait for everybody to clear, and then I call him on the CB and say to him, do you want me to come in, turn myself around and get loaded up for the scale coming out? And he goes, yep, if you can do that, I'll be grateful. Yep, alright. So then I pull in, and I back up to the side road because it's quiet, and I'm watching because there's 2 crosswalks there, so I'm backing up, and I back up and I'm ready then for everybody to leave, and I can pull around, pull on the scale, axle out, and then go park up out the way. And anyway, there was there was one geezer, and you can tell he's fed up with everything that's going on in the world. You can tell that, or he's just been a mean bastard all his life. So when I was coming in and I pulled myself around, he coming through the pickup, and he gave me the stinky stare. He gave me stink eye, and he gave me stink eye, and I just ignored him, like just waved at him, like, you know. So then on the way out, as I'm backing up, he's like waiting to cross, and I'm nearly past the crosswalk. I'm like virtually past him when I see him. So then he gave me stink eye because I'm backing up across the sidewalk, and he kept on giving me stink eye. So I gave him Paddington stare back, and Paddington stare beat stink eye. Stink eye couldn't do the Paddington stare. No, that was it. He decided then that maybe he wasn't going to be being such a stink eye, and he backed out of it and tried to give me a slight smile. I'm like, no, you want to be a cockhead, I'll just carry on treating you like a cockhead, because I did nothing wrong to you. But you carry on hating the world, because the world may be a strange place at the moment, but I didn't make it bad for you, so don't stare at me like I did. So then he pissed off, walked across, did whatever he needed to do, and everybody left. And then I talked to the security guard, and we axled out, and I knew I was underweight. I pulled outside, and then I walked back in and to see him, and we had our conversations. Then I had to holy Lord, then I had to get in my truck and drive back in again for him to check the paperwork and the seal, because he's not allowed to walk outside the plant. So you got two trucks, Martin and a Tyson, pulled in. Well, of course, as I'm trying to come back in, Tyson pulls off the bridge and parks in the only spot that I was going to go to, because he hasn't got the sense to figure out what's going on, and that's fair enough. And then Martin does the same freaking thing, and I'm on the bridge, and now I can't. And I said to the boy, I'm just going to back off the bridge, right? I'm going to back off the bridge, and I'll turn myself around the outside and I'll leave, because these boys here, they haven't got common sense to figure out the place is getting full up. Let me wait a few minutes for everybody to leave, and then I'll come in. And he goes, no, they sure don't. So backed off the bridge, because he said, I didn't see you do it. I said, nope, that's all I'm going to do, just back off the bridge. And that's what I did. But they don't. No disrespect to them, but they don't have common sense. Neither the Tyson or Martin had common sense to go, the place is a bit of a mess, let me wait it out until everybody's out the way, and then I'll pull in. You know what I mean? Just never mind. They just don't. You got to think outside the box. You have to look at the situation, and you have to think to yourself, what can I do to not make this a complete foobar? How can I make the situation better without creating a problem for everybody else? And you have to do that. And the problem is nowadays, I really do mean this, no disrespect to all of them that are new to this industry, but you have to just look at the situation and not make it worse than it already is. You're going to come out the inside of me, brother, won't you? Yeah, you're still going to try coming up the inside of me, aren't you? Freaking puppets. Well, they're not going to move over. I'll move over. They won't move over, because there's nothing there, but common courtesy would have made it for them to move over. But no, he'll just ride the back of my trailer now, because that's how he rolls. I want to get a job where all I have to do is pick up leaves and twigs all day long. That's all I want to do. I want a job where I just go around my own little well picking up leaves and twigs all day long. Yep. Yeah, that's all I want to do. Freaking industry. I love the industry. Just tired of people. Shouldn't be like that. I am tired of you all. You're naughty. You need to sort it out. The lot of you. You're all very naughty. Well, some of you are. Maybe not all of you, but some of you are. You're naughty. You need to calm down and not chase anybody down the road. It's all good. Just chill out. Chill out. Likes that big up that tow truck up there. Here comes Mater. Alright, we're going to go around towards Web City, and then we'll bring ourselves back around towards Carnage. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Backing out of it, alright, and I'm like trying to pace him, and he kept backing out of it, and he kept backing out of it, and of course the minute I go to pass him, we then decide we're going to speed up. Red sky, do my hang on a minute, I'll get the word out. I got a red sky with a shepherd's delight to my left. I've got a shepherd's delight going on, and it's very pretty. Sadly you can't see it because it's to my left. I've been watching a lot of different videos on YouTube. Like I love watching other people's videos who drive, and I've been watching a few videos from Denmark and Norway and Sweden. I mean, I love the Scandinavians. They got some pretty freaking awesome equipment, and I love their roads and that, you know. And I love it when they drive in the snow. It's pretty awesome to watch it. And then I've been watching. There's a few ladies, a few women that drive truck. I think one of them, she might be Portuguese, Polish, or she might be like Romanian. I don't think she's Russian. Personally, I can't tell you because I can't define. I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to defining the language. But she posts videos of her travelling over Europe and that, and I like that. I like watching them. They're not very long clips and that, but I like watching them. I wish I could understand what the love's saying, because she posts some pretty good videos. And then there's a young girl in Sweden, and that is one hell of a red sunset. Sorry you can't see it. You might see it in my mirror in a minute. You can see it on the side of my truck. I think you might see it. Look at my spot mirror on my hood, and you'll catch a glimpse of it. There it is, right there. There she is. There's the sunset right there. Yeah, it's Shepherd's Delight. You can literally see it in my spot mirror. But that's about as much as we're going to catch. Yeah, but there's a young girl, a young lady, a woman, whatever you want to put it. I don't know in this day and age what the hell you say anymore. Angelica Larson. And she's such a funny sort. She's pretty famous in one respect. She started driving, I think she was like 18, 19, because they can drive in Sweden pretty early. And she's been in main YouTube channel, and now the amount of subscribers she's got is insane. I'm sure it's going to keep growing, because if you actually see who she is, Angelica Larson, if you go and see sorry, I just find it comical. If you go and see who she is, you can understand why she's got so many subscribers. What I really like about her, what I really like is the girl's work ethic and the manner that, or the passion, should I say, sorry, the passion that she has for operating machinery. It's so nice to me, because there's not many people left nowadays that there's a few, like, but there's not many left that want to operate machinery on a daily basis. And she loves to like, in Sweden they have to load their own trailers and that, like, you know, they unload, they load them and that, you know, they're very organised in their ways. I do like them up there, you know, Denmark and Norway and all that, like, you know, even a little bit into Finland and that. I mean, I like all of Europe, really. I mean, they've all got their own unique ways. You know, like the Dutch have a unique way of doing stuff, but the Swedes, they just, yeah, they're just funny. But anyway, so like, she plays what she calls Tetris by having them pick up the pallets and load it on the trailer in a certain way, like, you know, and she's just, yeah, you can see that sunset look again. She's just, she's fun. Excuse me, my apologies. Oh, bless me, bless me, bless me. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh, Scheiße. Oh, allergies, man. Don't tell anyone. But anyway, yeah, no, she won't be everybody's cup of tea, and that's understandable. I get that. I myself, and the trouble is, having this conversation is really hard, because it's like, I myself like her because I see myself in her work ethic and what she does and the passion she has for machines and working, and it's like, oh wow, you don't meet many people that have a great love for the industry and for working and for machines. And but she's, if you ever get a chance to check her out, you'll understand why she's got lots of subscribers. Oh, it's so funny. The comments crack me up. Oh my god, the comments are just too much. But the girl's been to America a couple of times. She's been to Peterborough to the truck fest. She's pretty renowned, like, she's been around in the circle of trucking, and she's a pretty renowned figure, like, you know what I mean? But she's still only a baby. She's so young, and she's got, you know, she's got a whole sort of career ahead of her. But her career, I don't know, like, what it's ever going to be like if they decide to change the way we do stuff, you know, like our machines when they become all electric, driverless, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I like their videos. I like them all, like the Danes. I like the young ladies and that, the post videos. You know, there's the gentleman I like as well. There's a couple of French boys that I apologise, I don't know their names. It doesn't matter. But there's a couple of French boys and that I follow. There's Dutch boys, and certain ones I don't like. You know, it's not that I don't like them. Certain ones, the music puts me off a little bit, and it's too much at times. And you know, and flickety and flackety like. But there's a couple of French boys and that. There's one that pulls a tanker. Patrick is his name. I can't remember his whole name, but Patrick is his name. And I like him as well, like he drives at a 95 DAF XF midroof. And I like watching Patrick, he's got some really good videos, I like him. No, he's not French, he's Belgian, sorry, he's Belgique. I don't think he's Flemish, I think he's Belgique, my bad, sorry, Patrick. And then there's a couple of others that I like watching as well. I like watching other people's videos of driving, because it's always nice to see how they do it as well, you know. Plus I like watching the countryside. I always find it fascinating just to see all the different outlays and that. That's why I like this job so much. I like, you know, the industry's a little strange at the moment, but I love the job because I get to see so much. goodness, Mark done some gear changes. Can you actually believe it? Mark did some gear changes that don't sound like crap. Because she never does it when I'm on my own. She never does it to me. Occasionally I might have one here and there, but every time I video record, she deliberately wants to show me up. And she does it deliberately because she can, because she knows she can, because that's how she is. I love her to death, but she likes doing it to me because she finds it funny. I don't, she does. And I gave her love today. And maybe it's because I gave her love. I like its turn signal. Plays me up every now and then, but I might see if I can get some electrical spray, clean them connections up in there. It might just be the connections. I blew the airline in it yesterday and it played up a couple of times, but I might need to put some stuff in there and just blow it out. Calm down, lads, calm down, calm down. It's not the end of the world, just calm yourselves down now. This is the bridges that they built eventually. Ah, these freaking headlights, see what I mean? This one right here, look. You can't see anything with the freaking headlights. Night time, it's ridiculous. They think it's alright, it's not for us. Or anyone else that has to deal with these freaking lights in the mirrors and eyes. And it ain't complaining. See, that Peterbilt's the same way. It's got aftermarket headlights in there. They're too bright at night. It ain't moaning, it ain't forever. No more breeding the moo-moos, over. That's what she was like. Scared the life out of me when I come back over because it was raining so hard. It was hard to see in the mirrors. And I come back over and in the last minute I see her with no lights on. I'm like, seriously. And she told me I'm number one. dead animals. They look like a staff as well. Be one of these farm dogs around here somewhere. He'll go back out when he wants to. out, mate, you got a red light. I miss cars that had no headlights. Yep, people didn't drive so fast then. Now they got headlights, they can see everything and anything, and they just think they can drive at night as fast as they can during the day and ain't got a clue for all the little things that could go wrong, you know. But I don't know nothing, so I ain't gonna say no more. That's right, because whatever I say don't mean shit. Who can I annoy with my reefer? Let me find somebody that's got a van or a flatbed so I can park next to you with my reefer roaring all night long. Ha ha ha. Who can I park next to? Anyway, there's a truck wash. So now you know. But I'm a broke person, got no money, so I can't wash it. That's right, I'm too broke. Oh, so broke. No money for the wicked. There's two reefers back there. So we're going to park up next to the reefers. And then we're all together, then we don't upset anybody else. Sonic's only over there. I likes me Sonics, but not today because my wife gave me loads of food. Thank you, Jennifer, because you're awesome. So I go park next to Raider, because that's how we do it. Wash bays are really nice. You can walk up, brush the top of the truck like. I would use them, but half the time the bloody credit card, it won't accept the credit card. And I don't ever, I should start carrying money with me, but I don't ever carry cash with me. Bloody cash, and I should really, because I come down here every now and then, and I need to wash my frame and that in my engine, but that's okay, I'll do it another time. I'm just lazy. I don't want to walk across and get any money out, and like I said last time, I tried using the the credit card machine, it wouldn't accept it. But I do like them wash bays, they're really nice because you can walk up and you can brush and clean the top of the roof of the truck, and it's not very often you get to do that. I like it down here. So next time I'm through, I need to carry some cash with me, and next time I'm through I need to give my frame and that a wash and get, well, that oil seal oil got, but the truth of the matter is it's been raining so much the last few weeks and that, it's sort of like not really worth worrying about. I do need to get on top of it. Scrubbing bubbles, somebody told me use well, not somebody told me, I watched the video on YouTube, that's a lie, I'll take that back. I watched a YouTube video and he said scrubbing bubbles is, you can use that on your frame and that to get all the grease and that off, and that would make sense as well. That stuff's pretty good. It's a hell of a harsh chemical. I don't know what it would do to your pipes and that though, I'd have to look into that. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick walk around, and yeah, we'll go to 1 minute 20 and I'll call it quits. See my four-ways flashing now. Alright, it's been enjoyable, it's been exciting, it's been awesome, it's been me talking absolute shite as always, but that's okay. Wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Alright, I love you. Later. Bye.